Hello and welcome to your New Moon in Aquarius tarot reading. My name is Sunshine Ross. This is Awake Space, Château de Montcuquet, and this channel is all about spirituality and transformation. And sometimes we show you behind the scenes also what's happening here at our castle in the south of France. I'm gonna link some videos down at the description below if you're interested to see more about the chateau and all the other stuff that we've been up to here. So without further ado, here's your reading. It's a pick a card reading today. So I'm going to show you the cards and your job is to pick a deck and then we'll do the reading. Okay? 1, 2, and 3. So this would be 1. Let's see if that resonates with you. And here is 2. And here's 3. So let's pick up the first deck. This is you into your emotions, very much sort of feeling very reflective, very moon-like, very reminiscent of something. And what's stopping you is the moon itself, which is kind of funny, just when I said that this is you, feeling like the moon, but the moon itself is stopping you. It sort of signifies that you're in some sort of, what I'm feeling is some of you are in some sort of rut that you need to get out of, and the only solution or the best solution to get out of this situation or to get out of this rut is actually you. Whether or not you feel that you put yourself in this situation, you are the solution for whatever this is that you've gotten yourself into. I'm feeling that the problem and the challenges that you're facing is one that is more mental and psychological. It's not something that other people can help you with or find solutions. They're not the ones who are going to find solutions for you. In fact, the solution is just simply you saying stop. So it's your decision and you can go or you can stop. So you can make the situation continue or you can make the situation stop just by your mere decision, because the ball is in your court and the energy at this period is obeying you, and it's not dependent on other factors and other powers. That rarely happens, but it's happening right now. The next card that we have, I'm going to open them all up, the next 4 cards, and then I'll read them together. So we've got the Hermit, you've got the Emperor, the Chariot, that's a good one, and the 10 of Coins. So pan it down so you could see a little bit. Take a snapshot. That's what it looks like. So take a deep breath and time to leave something that you've been hiding. And what you've been hiding is your light. So you're coming from a period, like I said before, of reflection, being in your thoughts, and maybe some of you have just taken some sort of course that is all about wellness, meditation, something that's quite introverted and internal. But now you have to make the decision and take the next step to come out of your shell and come out of this hermit position, because what's directly ahead of you and what the universe is asking you to step into is the Chariot. And this is really about moving forward, driving forward, and it's about you driving yourself forward, and not waiting for other people to give you the push. So you are the driver of this project. You are the driver of the future, basically. Now, what's beneath all of this is some sort of, I'm getting some sort of feeling of trying to wait for help from the past, from an authority figure, some sort of savior, a savior type of person, without realizing that the answers are within yourself. So you're sitting around sort of, you're like, imagine a model sitting around trying to get discovered, or even just a person who wants to get a job. But what you're doing is you're sitting around waiting for somebody to call you and offer you a job without actually going out there and searching for the job. So you must decide that to yourself, that you are the one that can make things happen, and you have to direct your own future. And you kind of have to be strict with yourself here and give yourself a little boot up the bum, so they say, because what's ahead of you really is a beautiful card. You've got the 10 of coins. So if you play this right, you're going to have a lot of abundance, a lot of wealth. You're going to basically just receive the fruits of this labor, but you've got to begin. You've got to motivate yourself, because the motivation is not going to come from outside of you. So I hope that was helpful for you, card number 1 people. I'm going to move on to the second pile. Okay, so the first card is the High Priestess upside down. The next card is Justice. So I'm going to read these 2 cards first together. Some of you are in this, you're finding yourself in this situation where your abundance, your wisdom, and your authority is being blocked. For some of you, literally, it's some sort of binding agreement, some sort of justice system blockage, like signing an NDA, or you're caught in a contract that you can't get out of. For some of you, it's being bound by rules. And what really needs to happen is, well, we'll see as we open more cards, but what really needs to happen here is not to play by the rules, but to play by your own rules. I know that doesn't sound very good. I'm not saying do anything illegal, but what I'm saying, please don't do anything illegal. But what the cards are saying is you take this as a sign. You are being blocked for a reason, and it's because you need to find another way. Okay, so this current place where you feel blocked, where you feel there's no abundance, where you feel that your talents are not being shared, are not being used, you need to find a different way, or wherever this is, where there's a contract that's stopping you from moving forward, you need to, it's time, it's a signal for you to find a different way to, well, a different way out, and B, a different way, almost like a different realm, complete new beginning to live, to show your talents and to thrive. So For example, think of a farmer, and right now in the news in the UK, there's this inheritance tax. And so there is some legal thing that is stopping the farmer who inherits the farm from continuing this business, this wealth, this pathway of abundance. And with these cards, what it's saying is, actually, you should try and find a different way because this road is blocked. And so the advice is not to fight against the system. Sometimes you do get the advice to do that, but in this case, it isn't. So it's really to redefine yourself. So where else can I take these same talents? Where else can I take myself with my talents, with what I can give, and where is that opportunity where I can shine? So perhaps this farmer turns out that he's very passionate about animals and he opens a veterinary school instead, or something like that. So think about innovation and reinvention. That's what these cards are saying. Okay, so now you've got the Page of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Devil card, and the Three of Cups. Okay, lots going on here, so let's take a deep breath. All right. So you're somebody who has a lot of talents, sort of like jack of all trades, maybe master of all. But to an extent, this is also what's stopping you, because there can be a lack of focus sometimes. Because you can do this, you can do that, you can do this other thing and that other thing, and you can even learn new things. So you're coming from this place that is really fighting for lots of ideas, swirling with lots of ideas, and you're having a hard time focusing it all. And the devil in that is that you're wanting to focus it all and having a hard time doing it. But what really needs to happen is to, instead of trying to combine these things, is just to find the one or two things that you can really hone into and focus on. Now, the problem is, what I'm seeing with this is that the two obvious things that you feel like you should be focusing on, let's say from all these 5 things, let's say I'm good at sewing, crocheting, planting vegetables, making clothes, and something else. And then if somebody said focus on 2 things, and you said, oh well, that's obviously number 1 and number 2, but the cards are telling me that it's not. It's actually the one that you least expect that will be the most abundant, that will give you the most opportunity, and where you will shine the most in the end. Because the path to get there, because it's not obvious, it's not your obvious talent, it's also quite the more difficult path. So it's not the obvious path that is easy, but it's actually the harder path that you must take at this moment. But that harder path is actually the more rewarding path in the end. You're not going to want to do it because there's the devil card there, and the devil card is saying just go for what is easy. You know, you've got all of these things. First of all, it's confusing you. You've got all of these things going for you. You've got all of these talents, all of these opportunities. Take them all. But no, you've got to focus on 1 or 2. And then, so the second step is you try to focus on one or two, and you decide, oh, then it's obviously this and that, which I'm most passionate about, which is very easy for me. But no, actually what the cards are saying, when I say cards, I mean the guides. What the guides are actually saying is, no, it's actually the one that is the one that's not the forerunner. It's the underdog. It's the one with the little voice there saying, pick me, you know, because this little cub is going to be the lion in the end, you know. And it's a difficult decision to make, because it's not the obvious choice for the present. But if you try to expand your horizon and think about, well, what is the next step for the future, and you just try to fast forward your thinking and expand your thinking, then it will be clearer that actually the last thing, or the least expected thing in your list of choices, is the one that is the best. So for example, like the thing these days is AI. And if you had your 5 things, and one of those things is something that's really popular and trendy, like now, like I don't know what's popular and trendy right now, but and you feel like, yeah, I'm gonna go for that because that's what's popular and trendy right now. But if you try to look far ahead into the future, then it's actually the AI thing. And even though you feel like, but I'm not really good in AI, but you can learn it, you see. So there's hard work involved as well. I hope these examples are clear. I'm trying to paint a picture for you, but of course it's a general reading, so I can only do so much. If you want a personal reading, we can do that as well, and then we can flesh it out a little bit more. So what's ahead of you is the Three of Cups, and it's a long journey, but the thing that you least expect and that you least think is the most profitable, the most abundant, the thing that will give you more opportunity, it's going to be a slow reveal. But the good thing is it's something that will start to grow on you, and when it starts to grow on you, then you know that you're on the right track. So it's like getting a job that at first you don't enjoy, but you come to slowly realize that this is the job of the future, that you will gain the rewards in the future. And slowly, as you keep doing this job, you start to really enjoy it. So hang in there and stick with it, okay? So let's go and look at deck number 3. If you pick deck number 3, so now this is for you. The first card you have is the Fool. Someone's being happy-go-lucky here, coming from a high of something, and what is stopping you is the Wheel. Okay, so again, just like in the previous reading, there is in the previous reading there was confusion. In this reading, there's an overconfidence. In the previous reading, there was an overabundance of choice. Here, there's an overabundance of confidence. And the overabundance in confidence is actually what's stopping you. So it's saying be cautious at the moment. Not all that glitters is gold. Let's keep opening the cards to see how this fleshes out. So you've got the Knight of Wands. You have the Hanged Man. You've got the Queen of Swords. And you've got the Page of Coins. Okay, so it's a lot of drama going on around you, and a lot of characters involved in this drama. Okay, so you've got one person in your near past who is trying to disrupt things, or maybe not even trying, but it's just disrupting things, whether that's conscious or unconscious, by giving you too many directions, and also just being very disruptive and distracting with their energy. So here you are, and you decide that it's time for you to focus, and it's time for you to hunker down and do a project, get serious with things. But this person is like, no, no, let's. It's a very air type of energy, very like throw caution to the wind type of energy, which you are so attracted to at this moment. So that's, it's like weaning yourself off of an addiction, and for some of you it truly is like that. It truly literally is weaning yourself off of an addiction, where it could be an addiction to shopping, an addiction to like watching a specific type of content, but this drama is playing up. Sometimes what got you in this place in the first place is you trying to avoid sorry for the pun, you trying to avoid this place of solitude and solace in your life. I say solitude and solace, and some of you are going to resonate with it as boredom. But actually within this boredom, it's a very Saturnian type of energy, where it is asking you to face yourself, be you alone, and face these things that you need to face, like shadow work, like your emotions, like your past and your future. Okay, and you're trying, or your men, it's more like also your mental body is trying to rebel against this by just saying, oh, this is boring. Okay, so you mask that as like just a boredom, but actually it is this deep emptiness and void. But within that emptiness and void, it's a potential, and it's an invitation for you to really reassess your whole being and your whole existence, almost. Okay, it's that deadly serious. But so for some of you, that's just happening in the unconscious, so it's not going to click quickly, instantaneously in the forefront of your mind. Okay, so that's what's happening in the background, and your conscious your ego mind is trying to pull you away from this, and so it's trying to attract people that will distract you, and you're also trying to also push yourself to distractions. Okay, and then on the other hand, because I just said there's a lot of drama panning out here and lots of characters, and so the other character in this saga is a type of woman figure, queen figure. She's the Queen of Swords here, and I can see her and feel her as somebody who's like barking orders, you know, do this, do that, like mom nagging. And this is somebody that you're really super trying to avoid. However, this, unfortunately or fortunately, is your shadow self. This is a reflection. It's reflecting what you've been trying to avoid. Sorry, what you've been trying to avoid. So that when I was saying about this emptiness, this voidness, this call to action, where you are asked to reevaluate yourself, you're trying to avoid that. But actually, you know, you are at the same time manifesting this outside figure who is saying, you know, almost like shouting in your ear to do this, do that, change this in your life, be more productive, etc. And you're so annoyed by this. However, like I said, it's a shadow. The only way that this woman queen figure is going to stop is when you decide for yourself, I'm going to do something about my life. And then when you make that decision and you do something about it, and you really come face to face with you, she disappears. You'll find she'll move away, or she'll be busy with something else. She'll forget about ever nagging you like it never happened. It's something like that, because the magic, the power, and the wheel is there. It's you. It's in your path. Wow. Okay. So in the end, this whole saga is going to help you really explore and explode. I like that. Explore and explode your talents, your abilities. You're gonna have a wonderful time doing it as well. There's abundance there for you, both financial and internal abundance as well. But you need to get all your ducks in a row and act, and the action is internal. So 1, 2, and 3. I hope that helped. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again soon. Don't forget to watch the readings for the month, and also following the moon and the new moons and full moons. Okay, bye. See you. Much love.
Please do like and subscribe, and write on the comment section below to tell me what sort of readings and meditations you would like to hear and see. Bye!